The Statesboro YMCA brought the community together for a cause with their Run the Borough 5K. Our cameras were there.
Blue Blush is a local boutique founded by a Statesboro native. We give you an inside look at the story behind the popular clothing store.
The new Publix is attracting many students despite its reputation for higher costs. We did a price check on local grocery stores to see who has the best deal for students.
Plus, we give you an update on women's basketball. If it matters to you, it matters to us, and it all starts right now. Hey everyone, welcome to Your Newsroom Season 4. I'm Ashley Watts.
And I'm Nia Worrell.
The annual Run the Borough 5K took place last weekend. Your Newsroom's Nakaya Harris was there and filed this report.
And they are off. Over 100 individuals participated in the Run the Borough 5K on Saturday, hosted by the Statesboro YMCA. This annual event goes towards a cause that will help the Statesboro community directly.
All the proceeds for this 5K is going to go towards our Place to Dream program, and that's a program where we get to put beds in homes for kids that don't have beds to sleep on. So they might be sharing a bed with their siblings or their parents, but they don't have a space of their own.
The first race took place at 8 a.m. for the kiddie run, and the 5K followed close behind, starting at 9 a.m. Run the Borough drew in residents ranging from Statesboro, Savannah, and even up north.
We're actually from upstate New York, so the sunshine was amazing.
Whether walking or running for the cause, Brown and Rummage says Run the Borough is a great start to getting active.
We've been seeing some pretty low temperatures here in Statesboro. Nakaya, how are the weather conditions for the participants?
Yes, it's a chilly day here in Statesboro. I have on my long sleeves, but participants of the YMCA 5K quickly got warmed up. I'm currently standing where the race started, but if you look in this direction, this is where participants finished their last stretch. Pritz wet. I saw people of all ages walk or run for a cause that will benefit the Statesboro community. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Nakaya. Blue Blush has become increasingly popular among Statesboro residents. Your Newsroom's DeAndre Harris has a story.
On Friday, I had the chance of speaking with Statesboro's most famed boutique owner, Renee Thompson of Blue Blush, to discuss her propane business. Blue Blush sells very stylish and trending clothes that is doing amazing things not only for the ladies that shop here, but also for the Statesboro community.
Blue Blush actually started as a dream in 2014. Prior to that, I always had a dream of opening a store. I always loved clothes as a young child, and I did not have the means to have those clothes, so hand-me-downs were kind of like my thing.
Renee is also a Statesboro native, so it was such a huge impact for her to have a business right here where she once grew up.
I am married, and we have a daughter. Kaylee, at that time, I think she was 6 years old. And we were trying to get pregnant. I had gone through years of infertility, several different things, and my prayer to God was just like, take this desire away from me if I am not meant to have any more children. And so the idea of Blue Blush was to get my mind off of not being able to have more children because it was something I loved, something I enjoyed, so it started online.
Blue Blush has since moved from online to a storefront brick and mortar in May of 2019 before the start of the global coronavirus pandemic.
There's several different things that we give back on. Living in a small community, we're asked a lot to sponsor different things.
Blue Blush has made themselves known as a pillar in the Statesboro community.
We are on Instagram at Blue Blush Boutique, and blue is spelled B-L-E-U. We also have a Facebook, and we have a TikTok.
What a great story. Thanks, DeAndre. Though Publix is known for its high quality, it is also known for its high prices. I put together this report about local grocery prices to see which store is the most budget-friendly.
Since the Statesboro Publix opened its doors in early December, many students are ditching their old go-to grocery store in support of the popular chain.
I just started shopping at the Publix. I love Publix. I'm from a place where there's a lot of them, so having the first one down here is very nice. It makes me feel like home.
Now that Publix is here, that is where I've been probably 2 to 3 times a week.
Publix is just a lot nicer, and they have more options and more variety.
Though some students voiced their excitement about shopping at Publix, others say the prices are just too high.
Just as a college student, I'm trying to save money any way I can, and Publix can get pricey.
And I went there and I seen a box of cereal for $6.
What about?
Look it up.
Nothing. I'm gonna have to go back to Walmart, Dollar Tree or something.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics published an economic news release last week reporting that Americans are spending 11.8% more on groceries right now than they were this time last year. High inflation rates paired with Publix's already high prices make shopping at Publix just out of reach for some students. I visited 5 local grocery stores and did a price check on a few staple items to help students decide if switching to the popular store is worth it. When it came to a half-gallon of whole milk, Aldi had the cheapest price, Walmart being the second cheapest, Food Lion the third cheapest, and Publix the most expensive. For a dozen eggs, Walmart was the cheapest, Aldi the second cheapest, Food Lion the third cheapest, and again Publix the most expensive. And for bananas, Walmart again had the cheapest price at 50 cents a pound, Aldi the second cheapest, Food Lion the third cheapest, and once again Publix the most expensive. You'll have to decide for yourself if the extra cost is worth it. I reached out to Publix for a comment regarding their reputation of higher prices. They did not respond to my requests.
Thanks for that report, Ashley. The women's basketball team played 2 games this past week. Here's your Newsroom's Kewan Humphreys.
Hannah Fieldhouse hosted a conference matchup on Thursday as the Louisiana Raging Cajuns took on the Georgia Southern Eagles. A rough first half spelled trouble for the Eagles as they trailed 41-25 going into the second half of Thursday night's game. Turnovers and early foul trouble dug a hole for the Eagles to try to climb out of in the second half. Georgia Southern came out of the break clicking as they outscored the Raging Cajuns 20-10 in the third quarter to cut the lead to 6 going into the fourth. The Eagles were able to get down by as low as 2 before Louisiana's Lene Wheaton hit 2 big shots to hold off the comeback efforts. Wheaton led all scorers in the game with 19 points. Taryn Ward led the Eagles in scoring with 15 points and also pulled down 10 rebounds in the game. Coach Anita Howard stopped by to give her analysis on Thursday's game.
We got to rebound better. I thought we didn't do a good job on the glass. They out-rebounded us, and we're one of the stronger rebounding teams in this league. Hats off to them. They're one of the stronger defensive teams in the league, and they slowed us down. They didn't allow us to play our pace of play. But we got to be a little more disciplined down the stretch. We cut it to 2, take better shots, have better shot selections, and just be a little more poised down the stretch.
Several players came up big in the comeback attempt by the Eagles, including center Lydia Freeman, who finished with 8 points in the game.
We're just going to regroup, watch film, learn from our mistakes, and prepare for our next game against Troy.
On Saturday, the Eagles went on the road to take on the Troy Trojans. The Eagles would lose that game 100-77. They're looking to bounce back with 2 home matchups this week against Georgia State and James Madison.
So, Kewan, after a tough week of play, where do the Eagles stand now?
Despite the 2 losses from last week, the Eagles are still in very good position. They currently set a 13-6 record on the year, but 5 of those losses happen to be the Sun Belt teams. The good news is that no team in the Sun Belt has truly separated themselves from the rest of the pack in the standings. And with 8 games remaining for the Eagles, there is plenty of time to make up ground and clinch a top seed for the Sun Belt tournament.
Thanks, Kewan. Before we go, here's some events around Statesboro this week that you don't want to miss. Tonight, February 1st, you can join LA-based artist Lynn Davis for an artist talk and reception showcasing their work.
Also tonight, the Rack is hosting a women's climbing night where women can hang out and climb the rock wall and bouldering cave.
And finally, on Friday, February 3rd, you can check out Winterfest in downtown Statesboro and celebrate winter with food trucks, vendors, s'mores, and more.
Thank you for joining us this week for your latest updates. We encourage you to connect with us on social media at @your_newsroom.
For now, for Naya, and for all of us here at Your Newsroom, I'm Ashley Watts. We'll see you next week.